We live.
On the dock, I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets.
What's up, people? Got a couple people in here.
Does that microphone need to be right there? Can I move it?
Yeah, this needs to be here because this is where
it's
picking up our sound. Yeah, so we
Oh.
can have it right there. I'm gonna go grab a drink while you go. Talk to about 11 people in there right now.
Hello, 11 people. Need shorter stools. Cutting off my bun. Hey, y'all. Thanks for popping in. The sparing face. BT Kingsley. Cracks me up. Sorry. I'm excited to be doing this, y'all. I may actually be getting used to doing things like this. My heart will stop jumping out my chest. Oh my God. Babe, somebody in here asking the hard hitting questions.
Oh shit! What's the hard hitting question?
Did I get my Birkin?
Nah, she didn't get it. She didn't get it. Let me. Is it focused in on us?
It seems a little blurry, not terrible. This stool cutting off my bun.
Autofocus
Shouldn't sit like this. I'm gonna end up falling.
The autofocus should be on. All right, there we go.
Is the camera tilted or is it just me?
It's tilted. Yeah, it is a little.
Oh yeah. You had 118 jobs. So look at you. Get it together to hear more.
Y'all might have to just deal with that. This was last minute.
Yes, bucket hats are back in style. Go stock up.
Don't act like you didn't know. You know what the fuck going on. These
Right.
bucket hats is life.
Go get them. Go get them. Stock up all the colors.
How's it look now?
Top of my head is chopped off, but I think we're okay.
Well, now.
It's good. I think it was fine before.
All right, well, we're just gonna have to deal with that. What they're asking? Are y'all doing a YouTube stream? Yeah, send the link. Just posted the link.
Oh, thank you. You guys. Compliments about my skin. You know what? I'm actually using I'm being very adventurous right now because not only am I using trying out a different skincare product, I have on a different foundation than I usually have. So if I'm doing the next episode in a ski mask, that's because my skin broke out like crazy.
All right, so listen, guys. We were talking and we were wondering if we should give this to the Discord for tonight's show only. Now, Farron says no, and I agree with her because there were like 13 people that just signed up, and then
for the Patreon.
Now, granted, they're going to get it for the whole month, and they're going to get all the other stuff. associated with the Patreon behind the scenes. We're going to shoot another episode of More to the Story, possibly right after this. So you guys will probably get that live as well. But we were trying to show them. I was thinking they would show them what they're missing, but I'm going to leave it up to y'all. They saying no. I say no. They say, yeah, we just pay. All right, well, no. That is it. Shit. Say no more, cuz. Say no more.
Hell's nah, fam.
All right, go ahead.
I was just going to finish the statement because somebody asked about what I use. I usually use the Fenty skincare line exclusively, but I've been trying out Scotch Porter lately. I know it's for men before he says anything.
Because I can't have nothing.
I know, but I just wanted to try it. And so I've been using that for 2 days. So I'm planning on giving it a week before I just switch back. But I just wanted to see.
I can't have nothing. Let me tell you, Scotch Porter is just for men. Now, women were like, y'all don't take care of yourselves and all that type of stuff. Now that the brands come out for us, we can't even have that. Let us have it. Why can't you have it?
Sir, I come into the bathroom regularly with you looking confused with my hair product on your hands, trying to figure out what the hell you doing to your hair.
Hold up. Are you talking about the African Pride? The stuff that I got?
But you don't even know what you're doing with it. You just grabbed something.
I need some help. I need some help. I'll admit I need some help.
You weren't even using it until you saw me using it.
Because we have the same style hair. So
I also introduce you to the little twirl glove you use.
You see her hand? You see this right here?
Like,
this is when she really thinks she's making a point.
Because I am.
She's making a point. You ain't making no goddamn point.
Yes, I am.
Shit. I'm sick of this shit. I can't have nothing. I can't have that. Still stands.
Get out of your office. I'm finna invite somebody else.
See that? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about.
But yeah, the Scotch Porter is the skincare stuff. I've been using it for 2 days, but I usually just use Fenty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's it.
The African Pride stuff works well for my hair, the moisturizer and the conditioner, leave-in conditioner. I try that, and that's what really got my hair. I give you props. Fran got me together. Don't ever let me tell y'all different. Fran got me together. She taught me how to, condition my hair good. I had the biggest problem with dandruff. I had tried everything, Head and Shoulders and all this. Couldn't do it.
Neutrogena T-Gel.
Extra strength. Let me tell you something. Having dandruff is like... Dandruff is like having head herpes. Like, you don't know you having a breakout until you go to the barber. He started cutting your hair. Like, damn, fam. I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you. I didn't know if it was going to come out or not.
You didn't know if it was gonna come out?
Yeah, because sometimes you don't show, but like if he started doing the fade,
provoke it, because the kid has it pretty bad too. And when I'm messing with her head, she's like, "Don't provoke it." It's like, okay, angry scalp.
Oh man!
But yeah, she don't wash it the way she should.
Well, listen, before we go any further, man, let me just tell y'all how appreciative we are of you guys' support. I think you remember when I was so hesitant to start my own Patreon because I'm like, nobody wants to hear me talk. And this was like August of last year. I was like, nobody want to hear me talk. I'm good with damn internet, you scary, because I felt like I did well working with someone, but like on a one-on-one tip, I was just thinking of it from a solo aspect. I didn't even think about like involving my home unit, the kid, fan, and just the stuff that I do. And then
Io, fuck your friend.
What happened? Io in here?
Yeah, she's talking about don't be out in my friend's scalp. Talking about the kid.
Oh yeah, but so the fact that you guys have got behind me and supported us on just in better numbers than I ever could have hoped for, prayed for, just lets me know that y'all really rocking with me. So I appreciate y'all first and foremost. Secondly, thank y'all so much for just giving me grace to experiment with shows and grow and become a bigger and better person. And I just want to let you know it does not go in vain. Because of you guys' support, I'm able to employ 2 editors. I was able to hire an assistant, which I desperately needed. And we're able to just constantly create. Like, we're not taking the funds from these different endeavors and just going fucking crazy with it. Like it's all about continuing to build bigger and better, create more jobs, create more content, and in hopes of one day all I have to do is just show up, do what I need to do, and leave. Right now, I'm running around like a chicken with his head cut off, doing 16, 17 jobs. Well, thanks to my assistant, I've taken a lot of stuff off my plate, and ending Zoom with the homies was very difficult. It's a difficult decision. I've been going back and forth with for the past 2-3 months now, and just feeling like I was letting so many people down that really needed it in that moment. But I also realized that I'm doing myself a hindrance, and those people, if I'm not able to constantly create new things and try new things, and then also like I need you guys to understand, I have not had a Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday to myself, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to myself to spend with my family or anything for over a year, except for like the first week of the month. That just started this year. I was going hard for so long because I just felt like I was doing what I was put here to do. Like I don't look at work as like, oh, woe is me, I have to do this. Yeah, I'd be tired, but I really feel like I'm a vessel put here to entertain people. So I just felt like I was doing God's plan. God's plan. God's plan.
That you're doing the work of the Lord.
Doing the work of the Lord. The work of the Lord.
I agree, Chef Ayo. Employ a chef, nigga.
Chef Ayo, we have employed you before, so do not start. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you about something about Chef Ayo. First of all, she's amazing. Anything she cooks is fucking fantastic. Y'all know me. If y'all know me, y'all know I don't really fuck with seafood. I don't do the whole crab. No, I do some shrimp every now and then. I had never really fucked with lobster tails because every time it was served to me, it was cold. I didn't like that. I got a big thing with temperatures. Chef Ayo, we went over her crib after she was cooking for one of her celebrity clients. And she had like 36 lobster tails left or something crazy like that.
A bajillion.
Sliced them bitches in half, threw them in a pot, put some Old Bay in there and some other seasoning.
I don't know. Don't make up things.
But
she made it amazing.
Was so fire. I had never in my life had lobster that tasted that well. So I had 4 or 5 tails.
And I'm sure I had about 8. Like it was so good. She's that type of chef that is like, you full, but you cannot stop eating.
Absolutely not.
Like it has to just be gone.
So
because you can't.
I will say this. Iowa is a very good friend of ours. She's been to our house. We've been out of town with her and everything. But even
what potato salad you eat? I don't like potato salad.
Stovetop Kisses. Danny made some seafood potato salad.
Oh. Was it good?
Was it good? It was crab, shrimp, and something else. Maybe scallops. Really? Best potato salad I've ever had in my life. Really? You know what? Because maybe I like seafood.
Maybe you do.
Because you're welcome. Yeah. All right. You know what, nigga? Anyway, Chef Ayo, amazing.
I had 20.
Very, very great friend. Even being a great friend, I pay her what she is worth. She catered for us one time while we were vegan. We were doing a vegan fast, and Kev, Melissa, and their kids came over, and the kid was she would do the vegan stuff with us sometimes.
Depending on what it was.
Yeah, depending on what it was. Ayo came over, put a spread together. She made everything vegan for us, but then for the guests, she made the regular stuff. And when I tell you, everybody was just licking their chops and sucking fingers, all of that. And Ayo was so professional. She wouldn't let us get up to refill our glass. She acted like we weren't friends. We were clients.
I tried to repay her that same courtesy when I worked with her on that event. She was like, I need some servers. I was like, I'm there. And I get there and I'm trying to be all professional. And I'm like, okay, I can't talk to you because you wouldn't talk to me. And that's what professional chef kitchen things is. And she's like, no, bitch, this is different. And she cursed me out and talked bad to me the entire night. It was great.
It was good. Oh my God. It's not good.
I love that journey.
Oh my God. It's not good.
But I was just I was like, I remember when her chef hat was on, she was hella professional, even as being like as close of a friend as she is.
Absolutely.
Like she was very like, don't talk to me. I'm not here. I'm just doing this job. She tried to sneak out without even speaking. And we like,
did the dishes. I didn't know chefs did that. Maybe that's the thing they always do, or maybe that's the thing she does. Is like really.
Yeah, she said that's her regular deal.
She does the dishes. So when you
are done, the kitchen like she wasn't there at all.
You were. It was like you never. The kitchen was never went in. I mean, and I was blown away of the level of professionalism and just how far she went with everything. So shout out to Chef Ayo. We love you so much.
Yeah.
Jason is texting me. This better be about the hotel. If you came in, someone else will support you.
I mean, the moment has kind of passed, but I did want to point out, like, back to your comment about,
Mhm.
oh, I don't want to start a Patreon because who wants to hear me talk? And Brenda Tompkins was like, and look at all of us wanting to hear you talk.
That is true. Actually, this is probably the most we've had on a live in the Patreon. Maybe a little bit. No, this might be the because without
Where's the
sharing it to
number? I
Discord,
don't see things.
right there
Oh,
next to live.
nice.
So this is great, and like I always think about just starting off and starting off with 10 or 15 views or viewers at the time, and now we have 56. And for somebody that has millions of followers and supporters, that might not be nothing, but I really rock with all 56 of y'all and the rest of the rewatch gang that's gonna watch this later when they see the link. I appreciate you guys so very much, man. And listen, I know everybody wants to know because it's a lot of speculation with everything going on. Y'all are hearing the talk the same way I'm hearing the talk. Let me just let y'all know this. I ain't speaking on nothing. A lot of things that are going on behind the scenes that people have already been talked to, that it concerns. People on podcasts mentioning my name, mentioning some of the people on my team's name. You come on here. I'm not going on nowhere. I talk to the people that need to be talked to. We're not addressing nothing else. It's simple as that. And I know I rock with y'all. It's just I don't do the messy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that to be part of my brand. I don't want that to be part of my energy. I'm not moving with their energy. The only reason I'm addressing it to y'all is because y'all are my supporters and I rock with y'all. But Farron don't even want me to doing that. She didn't even want me.
I didn't want him to say anything about it at all. Like, not even this.
Yeah.
Can you pass me that candle? Because it's very distracting to me. I need to smell it.
It's not as good. It smells good, but it doesn't burn.
Oh, you can't smell it when it's burning.
Yeah. I have a candle
fetish.
Fixation.
Fetish. Addiction.
Here's the thing. If a nigga stank, she would have a problem with it. Now nigga want to make sure he smell good. Every place he goes smells good.
Fine. But we are already we're a kind of excessive people. So our closet is packed and exploding. And it's like we fill up every space we have. And so now it's like, stop buying all these candles because we don't even have the storage space. We moved here because we're like, yo, we need more space. And then when we got here, we're like, how are we gonna, did we need this much space? How are we gonna fill it? And now like every nook and cranny is filled. Even though I came into this like, oh, good, we can't fill the space. We can have this minimalist effect and it's gonna be so great. But no, there's things everywhere, and I need more functional storage.
It's not all our fault, to be fair. A lot of brands send us. Look at all the. This all Manscaped. I got a traveling case.
A birthday just passed. I thought you were giving that to someone.
Look, all of this stuff isn't even ours, and then you have the people that have brands that they just started. They want to send us stuff. That's why now a lot of times people hitting you up. Yo, can I send you a shirt? No. It's not even the fact that I don't want to promote the shirt. It's the fact I don't have the space for it. And I don't want to disrespect your product by throwing it away. But if you send it, that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to throw it away because I don't have the space for it. Aside from not wanting to promote it, because a lot of times when people do that, they want you, it's one-sided. It's very one-sided. And I ain't got no problem
with my stuff. I give you free my stuff. And it's like, how does that help?
Not at all. If I rock with a brand like Lawrence and Laramie, I've been rocking with them for years, and I love what they do. I love the work. I love the work ethic. So I promote them on my own. Like, they didn't ask me to do. Oh man, it's hating right now. Whatever. Anyway, they didn't ask me to do it. They just made me a brand ambassador, and I just started using my platform to support them. Same thing with Popcorn World. Same thing with Rated Intimate. I rock with what they got there. And if I'm rocking with you, if it's meant to be, the stars align us. We'll cross paths.
Popcorn World could send more things. Yo, I don't even like popcorn like that, but when Popcorn World showed up and I actually tasted it, I was like, I could not get enough of it.
It's not like popcorn.
I like especially movie theater popcorn, like just the smell of it. I'm like, ugh,
I love movie theater. That's one of the things I'm looking for most to the world opening back up. I've been going to the movies. Nachos and popcorn. Get a scoop of popcorn.
Give me an icy and some peanut M&Ms, and I'm happy. But
I love it. I love it. Okay, we got to talk about something.
Yes.
Nobody sent an email, right?
didn't check again before we started. Let me check.
What candle company you all get yours from? Okay, KB, I go to Target to get a lot of my road candles because they just smell fantastic. I get what's the brand called? Home something.
Oh, Hearth and Home at Target.
So
it's
these are my travel ones.
Joanna Gaines line. I think that's part of her line, right? It's over there with her stuff.
Right. But I also go to Anthropology. Yes, Black people go in Anthropology, but mainly just for the candles. This one right here is the Goji Tarocco Orange. It is just simply fantastic. But I also love the Volcano from Anthropology.
Oh, the Volcano is my favorite.
I have this candle. I have the diffuser. I want to bathe in this.
Honey, let me tell you.
And then, if you shop at Ralph's or Kroger's or anything like that, it's a company called Essential Elements. They have this blood orange and then also the mahogany vetiver. This one right here, the vetiver, mahogany vetiver and the blood orange are fantastic. So candles, man, I have a lot of them. I love candles.
So many.
Ah.
So apparently there's a thing where it's like somewhere in Black culture, or maybe it's just people, they're like, oh, so you walk to somebody's house, they got too many candles burning, like you question like the spirits around the house or something like that. So some people said that in our place because we had so many candles burning around. Like, is that a for real thing, or was somebody just messing with us?
I have no idea about that. All I know is that I grew up with my grandmother in a 3-bedroom
house all the smells
with 9 people living there. All the smells, because my uncles worked at a junkyard, the same one that I ended up working on later on. Worked on cars all day. Thought deodorant was a myth. Well, grandma was always cooking something, so I'm talking about so many smells.
Oh yeah,
and none of them really smell good. So the moment I got my first place, I always had oils burning. You remember first
incense,
oil burners and incense. Like since college, she's known. That's just been my thing. I've always been a guy.
And they say your sense of smell is like the strongest sense to memory.
God. Yes.
And so it's like I smelled anything that was similar to that. I'm like, is he here?
Yes. And I've had like, even with colognes, like I have go-to colognes in different parts of my life. I've just always been a scent guy. Like my nose is super strong. So like when stuff don't smell right, I can't even be there.
So to the question of do we ever just burn sage? Rarely. Sage smells like
all day pussy.
But no, it doesn't. It doesn't smell like all day pussy to me. It just smells like pussy. And I'm like, so one day he burned it and I walked into the room because I didn't even know he was doing it. And I was like, why does it smell like vagina? Yeah. And he was like, that's sage. And I'm like, that's what it smells like? Like,
yeah.
Vagina?
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I don't know. We need to find one that's like wrapped with some flowers or something are included in it. I don't know. Or more. I love floral scents though.
Yeah. We saged this apartment when we first got here. And then once the kids saw the ghost, we saged it again. When we invite new people over for the first time, we typically sage it after they leave. We don't have a lot of new people to our crib. It's usually the same people. Actually, we haven't had a lot in a while because it's obviously because of COVID. But it's one of those things we do sage, but it's mainly candles. Candles are not thing, and now we have the Glade plugins and a little air sprayer thing. Yeah. We just always wanted. I always
something that's always
going off of burning or being
I just want to walk into
like that
our front door
and be like,
and it's like, oh, it smells good. Not we need to take the trash out.
Because I'm big on that. Like even now, Farron has started doing it. She started taking candles on the road when she goes to hotels. She just went to a hotel to
Oh, that Chicago. Hotel was trash, y'all. Wait, time's out. It was So it was a historic building, like it had the little cornerstone
close the
thing.
window because you don't want that lady knocking on the door again.
That lady was a visitor, and it's early. Nobody's trying to sleep at 7:25. She's fine, but that hotel was so old, and like they put no money into updating it at all. Like, why is the wallpaper falling off of the walls? Why are the outlets sometimes working? Like, this is a fire hazard. And I just kept looking out my window and fantasizing about the Westin I could see half a block away. I was like, I could have been there. I was trying to stay in this hotel because this is where my people were staying, but never again. I'll just run the risk of just being across town if I need to be, because it was trash. Oh my God.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my hotel was fantastic.
Shut up.
It was, I mean, just
it was
creme de la creme. It was
trash.
Oh my God. Where was that? Lexington, Kentucky. It was an older room, but it was an embassy suite, so it was a suite, had the living room. I did actually sit in the living room. I'm gonna be honest with you. I very rarely turn on the TV other than just to go to sleep to Forensic Files. Unless I'm trying to take a nap, I'll put on like Law and Order or something like that. But this time, I think I only turned on the TV maybe like twice.
I leave the TV on the whole time because I'm not paying the power bill, and it
See
makes
that?
me feel good.
See that?
I leave the room. I leave for the day and leave the TV on.
That's what a nigga looks like right there. That is what a nigga looks like right there. You know
leave it on all day.
I love a good hotel though. Trying to think the best hotel we stayed in together.
I hate her so much. Stop. Go away.
You got that Thanksgiving turkey.
Oh no. Oh, we saying Farrah box smells like sage. Farrah got that Thanksgiving turkey box.
I was just, she's an ass. But she cooks so well. You'd be
right.
Because
I swear.
Io's mac and cheese.
With her friendship, I tell her all the time, like, why do I hang out with you? I'm just walking into the punches at this point.
Io's mac and cheese.
She talks bad to me constantly.
Mac and you guys think I'm bad. Io is from Florida. She's from what part of
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee, Florida. First of all, Io is 6'2".
Is she 6'2"?
I don't know. She's 6.
She's 6 something.
She's 6 something.
6'1".
Okay, she's
6'2" is possible.
Yeah, she ain't nothing to fuck around with. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, she can cook. Number three, she got hands. So it's like you got to be a friend if she want to be a friend, or if she gonna sock you the fuck out. So we just took the easy route and just was like, all right, fuck, we'll be a friend and shit. Because the crazy thing is they slid in right after we said no right friends. Before. Yeah. We had just said no new friends, and then Cortez invited her guy Tavis and Io.
Yeah, we said no new friends after Cortez, and then him being fairly new to the group, he brings in.
That's another thing. How the fuck? I wish Cortez was available right now. How the fuck you new to the group?
You knew, and you bringing in new
people to the group, Cortez. You obviously haven't been to the meetings because you ain't paid no dues to the friend group. Okay, we haven't. That's actually not a bad idea to have a friend group and pay dues every month.
Keep what your.
I don't know. Maybe I know. If we pay dues every month, like $20, right at the end of the year, we could all take a trip somewhere, buy the dues.
Okay, $20 a month from circle of 8.
But each person pays $20. Not
I know. I'm just saying, but $20 a month from a group of 8. That still don't sound like enough.
That could pay
for a trip.
It don't have to be $20. It could be 50. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is Cortez. You were too goddamn new to try to invite somebody to the goddamn group, but I'm glad you did.
Right.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she said she's 6'1".
6'1". You want to tell them about the first time that we role played?
I remember, but do we remember the same time?
That's the one you had on the road, right? No, the wig. You didn't have on the wig?
No.
It was like we act like we had met at a bar or something?
No, but we did one at a coffee shop before, but that one was very PG. So we
Which one?
But it was another one before.
At the house, at the old place.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
that was like the first time I tried choking you, like for real too.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I
don't know. You need to get your story straight before you try to just say.
I said, did you want to share it? I was gonna let you tell the story.
You was gonna let me tell it. You're too kind, sir. But I don't remember enough details to share it though. I just remember like highlights. I don't remember enough to share it.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a long time ago.
It was.
Like that was like shortly after I moved here.
I
I just celebrated my 9th anniversary in LA. Well, I didn't actually celebrate, but I acknowledged it.
Yeah, we went to dinner the night
June
before.
2nd.
We went to dinner the night before though.
We did?
Yeah.
Because I brought up
yeah. Went to Mastro's for the first time. It was great. Really delicious food. I don't know. I would go back, but it wasn't better than our favorite steakhouse. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And they were like, talking up that lobster mac and cheese, and it was not good. I was like, take this away.
And we had them take that off the bill because that lobster mac and cheese wasn't.
It was one spoonful gone on my plate, and then I didn't even like touch it. It was one bite, and it was not good at all.
And the mashed potatoes left something to be desired for.
Well, the garlic mashed potatoes, I liked them.
It was okay. It was just they didn't taste so different from the bag mashed potatoes. I could have whipped up some goddamn bag mashed potatoes, put some chives on that shit, and charged $35 for
it. Let's hope they weren't bag mashed potatoes.
You never know. If I don't see no skin or it actually tastes like a clump of potato, I be feeling like it's bag shit. They charge us $35.
Some people don't like lumpy mashed potatoes for some reason. I love them, but some people don't. So
that's how I know it's real.
Whip the lumps out.
That's how I know it's real. You understand me? Tell the people why I can't have nothing to myself. Let me tell y'all something. It's a company called Mifflin. All right. They got the jackets that I wear with the M on it and stuff like that. I bought me a jacket. I bought her a jacket for the first time too. Because I was like, yeah, get her one. She's cool, right? Now, because of that, anytime I buy something cool for myself, I don't want. I had to go back to the store the first couple of times and just get her one too. Now I just buy 2 of everything I get because.
But you have to think about it. Think about it. I'm like very eclectic in the way I dress. I get really girly, and then I get like I'm on the very other side where I have been called a stud multiple times. And I like being able to dress across that whole spectrum.
You got called a stud because
all of it.
You got called a stud because you had a bald head with bangs.
No, I was called a stud with my hair in braids because of my outfit and my outfit only. So I love being able to dress across that whole spectrum. And sometimes that includes having to buy men's clothes. I like them. And if I feel like I could rock it, then I want it. So I just have more to play with than you do.
Let me tell you something.
So
I acknowledge that she's right. And because of that, I take her shit. One time at the old place, I danced to Beyonce's Rocket Love
in my pajamas.
Yeah.
It was like a short set in a little, it was satin, little tank, and the back was out in the tank. And he...
Let me sit this ass on ya. I did the whole song. The whole song. Choreography. The entire song.
And the crazy part about it is that I walked in and I see this and I'm freaking out because the kid is sitting in the kitchen and her back is turned, but she's in the kitchen.
Doing homework.
No, she was waiting on some food to get done. And so you were like, I told her to leave, but she was waiting for her food. So she didn't leave. And so she was like, I'll just turn around.
Was out. Entire.
Balls were out.
Balls swanging.
Fuck the cheeks.
Swanging.
Balls were out.
Now keep in mind, there's a wall, right? So the kid is like right here in front of the wall. I'm back here behind the wall. So I'm back here. He didn't
stay back there.
Yeah. But I killed it though. I killed that motherfucker.
Yo, he had them Meg knees.
Let me sit this ass on ya.
And the shorts are they're short.
Yeah. So, and they cut at the side too, so they came up on the side too.
Dick and balls just hanging from underneath.
Swanging and dranging.
Oh my God. I was like, I can't even imagine.
But let me
I
tell you
mean, I
something.
can't even like put into words, but I was freaking out because I'm like, surely he's not gonna do the whole song. Like he's gonna stop sometime soon. And I'm trying to lead him out of the room because the kid is in there and I didn't know that they had this conversation. And it was just, oh my God, it was so much. And I was like, do I laugh? Am I supposed to find this sexy? Like, what am I supposed to do? But all I could do was laugh.
Let me tell y'all something, man.
Ugh.
One thing that I know I bring to the table is I know how to make her laugh. I will always do that. I know there's guys out there that are better shaped than me, better looking than me, might have a bigger dick than me, but ain't nobody gonna make her laugh like I do. And when you're confident in what you are bringing to the table, you don't worry about what other sides another nigga got. And that's where I'm at with it. Because like sometimes Farron get mad when I don't get jealous about certain things, right?
Yes.
She wants to see me jealous.
I'm gonna do an episode on jealousy. Like I want a healthy level of jealousy, and he be too manly to be jealousy sometimes. Like
it's not even the manly part. It's just about how I was raised. Like I just don't do that shit. Like I feel like that's a very, and I'm not even gonna say a feminine trait. It's just it's
that
I don't show the emotion. And that's part of the trauma.
I be wanting all of it.
That's part of the trauma I came up with because if you move, keep in mind, I moved out at 14, right? So if somebody fucks me over as a kid and I show that I'm upset about it, somebody else can manipulate me and act like they care and try to comfort me, and they fuck me over in another way. So I learned early on to not display those type of emotions, hurt, jealousy, pain, all that type of shit. And I dealt with that shit. Well, I did that type of behavior and had that mindset for damn near 15, 20 years. So when we got married, she had to break down 20 years of walls of me having that mindset. So it's not that like I don't think that she's so smitten that she doesn't find anybody attractive. I'm not that aloof, right? I just know what I bring to the table. And so because of that, I'd never get jealous like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's if a nigga is like giving her too much, all right, my nigga. All right, we get it. Shut the fuck up, right? But typically it's not the thing I do. But now I just vocalize it more because I know that's something that she likes. She know, and it's not so much of just being jealous. She just likes to know that I take notice that somebody else took notice, and like yay, motherfucker, that's enough. And that's enough for her to know that I feel that way. And I would feel that way. I just wouldn't vocalize it. So learning and still growing and still figuring out this whole marriage thing, because I know we don't have like the typical marriage, like me traveling the way I do and her working. But I would say this: Farron is, in my opinion, the best mother I've ever met in my life.
Oh my God.
I really feel like if Farron was my mom,
making
I
my
love
pits
my mom.
Sweat.
I love my mom, but if Farron was my mom, I would be eons better than I was. The way that she supports the kid, Farron often made me want to be a better parent because I was just an authority figure. I'm the hammer. I nail shit down. I get shit done. She comes through. She polishes it and makes it look good. But I had to learn. She had to teach me how to love, how to communicate, how to express myself in a lot of different ways.
That comes from like I'm a very much like I don't want to repeat mistakes if I don't have to. So I saw that I just grew up in a home where my mom was like quick to like there were no questions asked, there was no clarity sought, like nothing. She would smack you in the mouth, do what she said. She don't care about your opinion, why you thought the way you did any of that. And so it was like so much, so stifling. And I was just forced to be quiet so much that I was like, yo, when I get to this position, if I do have a kid, I just want to do things differently. And then I did have a kid, and instead of falling or just like reverting back to the way I was brought up, I was able to step aside from that and be like, no, yo, I'm going to ask my kid's opinion about things and listen to what she has to say. And I don't have to do what she has to say, but I will make sure she understands why I made the decision I made. Or I mean, like, and I get it. My mom being a single parent, she would take me, like, my grandmother and my mom's relationship was very rocky when I was growing up. And so she and my grandmother didn't fool with me. And specifically me, like, she loved my sister, but for some reason, my grandmother did not like me, y'all. So when I would go there, she would like just say kind of mean things to me as
Gigi?
a kid. Yes.
Gigi got some titties though.
Gigi would say little mean things to me as a kid, and I didn't have a say so on whether or not I was even put in her presence. Like, I couldn't say anything. So it
Right.
was just a lot of shit that happened that I couldn't share with my mom. And so when I had a kid, and like, if I needed to take her to, to someone or whatever, I would ask her when she got to the point of like me being able to, we could communicate back and forth. It's like, yo, I want to go. I'm going out. Do you want to go to your godmother's house? Like, can I? Is this cool? And I remember one time my godmother heard me asking her that and was like, I remember when, the way I grew up, kids didn't get a say so. And it's like, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Because, and that's on a couple different levels. Like, one that helps like strengthen the relationship with the kid. I
Mhm.
see now, but also like if you don't ask the kid's opinion or something like that, God forbid something is going wrong over that parent, over that person's
Yes.
house, and now they don't even have a say so to say they don't want to go,
Yeah, there's no
and
safe
yeah,
space.
they're getting molested or abused physically, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
because you don't even talk to the kid on that level. So I really appreciate how like Fern is such a great mother. She has made me consider having kids again, even though y'all know I fucking hate kids. But I would want to adopt. I wouldn't want to start
If
at
he don't
fucking.
let me have his second dog, we having a baby.
And I'm getting my vasectomy next week. Getting my vasectomy too. I'll say some nut. She could say I'll free some of that nut. She can have some of that nut though later on. But I ain't getting no motherfucking.
Is that the dog? The dog is trying to get in.
Wow, bro.
He loves us. Look at me. Hey,
Come on.
puppy cake. um, he just wanted to come in to sit under us. So cute. But anyway, yeah. So I just didn't believe in that. I just wanted to do things different. But back to here saying, just talking about his communication issues, because yes, we were kind of brought up in the same era. Our moms are just a couple years apart, in age. But I also dealt with abandonment issues because of issues with my dad. And so I realized that I projected that on him. And it's like a lot of the things he did in an effort to take care of home, take care of me, take care of the kid, I took that as neglect, and it was just, and I had to like come to the realization like, no, you just have this fear because men have always disappeared, whether it was your my own biological dad, it was a potential father figure that my mom was with, it was uncles. Like, one day they're there and they're filling this role, but then they have their own kids and they're not there so much anymore. So it was just like all of this going on. And when I had my own kid, her bio dad did the same thing, like dipped out on her. So it was just like, at this point, I don't trust you to stay, and I'm not so broken that I'm like, oh my god, please, please, please pick me, choose me, blah blah blah. I'm just staying guarded to prepare for you to leave, like, because in my history that's what happened. So it was just a lot I had to work through, in addition to his communication issues, my abandonment issues. Like, it was just a lot. And it's so
She
crazy because we have conflicting attachment styles. So it was all about figuring out how to work together to move forward, and not just constantly repeating the same mistakes or just being like, well, this is just who I am. Like, no, it's not.
I did use that for a while. I did because it wasn't a cop out. It really was
Mhm.
who I was. Like I didn't talk about shit. I don't argue.
Yeah.
I don't like arguing at all. I would end some shit before I argue. All right, I'm done. I'm out. I don't raise my voice. I think it might have been one time I raised my voice, and I was doing it on the way out. I raised my voice and slammed the door of the old apartment.
Hmm.
One time in 8 years being married and shit was 16 years knowing her. One time because I don't do that shit. I grew up around my mother and old stepfather arguing, fighting, all that type of shit. So when tempers get raised and voices get elevated, I immediately panic and go back to that part of my life, and I just don't want to be a part of it. So I just dip.
Hmm.
I'll go on a drive, cool off a little bit, come back. But I'm not gonna raise my voice and all that type of shit. So it's just not what I do.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yes. But we're better now.
mm-hmm.
Not 100%, but I mean,
Ain't nobody
is
operating.
anybody
Ain't nobody
right?
operating at 100%. Fuck
is
out of here.
is anyone? Yeah, but we just know how to pivot
Mm-hmm.
to accommodate the situation
I'm gonna
now.
tell y'all what
A lot better.
this quarantine made. I didn't know what was gonna happen with us being together so
Hmm.
tight because like I'm a person that likes my space, which is it's a difficult conversation to have when you're married. Well, it's a difficult conversation to have when you're in a relationship. It's even more difficult conversation to have when you're married. Because when I first told her about that, she was like, nah, nigga, I don't understand it. I'm not going with that shit. And I was like, yo, it's just for my mental peace. I need this. And she accepted it, my actions, but she didn't understand necessarily the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I don't think until we both got into therapy that she understood where I was coming from a real standpoint of like, I have to be on at work all the time. I
Hmm.
have to be on the stage in town. I have to be on the stage out of town. And then when I come home, I still need to be able to have something left in the barrel to give to you guys to make sure that I'm giving you guys what you deserve. And the only way to do that sometimes is to go away for a weekend and completely unplug, sleep, watch Law and Order, call dominoes, whatever the fuck I need to do in that time, which is typically all three of those. I need that one weekend so I can be the best that I can be for you guys too. And initially, she was not fucking with that. And then it got to a point where she liked doing it too, but then she was like,
I
I'm
don't
going.
I
I'm
don't
going.
need it as much as you do.
Yeah, you don't. You would try to get me to come on your weekends with you because we would take weekends
Because
away.
sometimes it's like, okay, you're gone, and then when you're in town, you need a weekend away. So there was no time where it was just us. Like
Mm-hmm.
we had those 24 hours to just focus on us. It was either full family or it was him by himself and me by myself. So I'm like, one of nigga, one of us have to make sure we plan time to focus on us. The dog doesn't like closed doors, y'all. So, but because the air is on, the door keeps closing him out, and so he comes back, and now he's sitting on my feet. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I'm like, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice my self-care time, or not even sacrifice, just to use my self-care time, because spending time with my husband is self-care for me, because I'm so family oriented and very, that having them around sometimes is my peace. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it helps. But
Uh,
but what really pissed me off is when he would work when he was supposed to be relaxing. Because I'm like, nigga, you could have stayed at home.
and this is something that I had to also explain to her because of the industry that I'm in. There are some times when I can take completely off, fall off the grid. Like when we go on a vacation in a couple of weeks in Hawaii.
Oh my god, did you plan that? Did you block out your
Yeah,
calendar? Did you
completely
let
off.
Jason know?
Yes, off the grid,
Jesus.
off the grid completely. But there are times like if it's just a weekend, and then that weekend I could do a show virtually for 500 or not 500, $1,500. I'm gonna do it because now, all right, now that's the car note. We ain't got to worry about that. It's taken care of. But now, all right, now this it. You go out and come back in, motherfucker.
He want us to come out. You know he has control issues. He tells the kid when it's time to go to bed.
So now it's like I'm in a place now where I feel comfortable saying no. And that's something that I'm trying to master. Not just saying no, but saying no without explaining myself, because that's important too. A lot of times when we say no, we're such people pleasers. And this is me speaking to myself. I'm such a people pleaser. I say no. I'm like, this day I can't work because I got to do this. And that leaves the door open for somebody to say, okay, well, what about this day? Or what about this day? But when you say no with no explanation, there's nothing.
Got to leave that awkward silence there. And
no, I can't do it. And
yeah.
it just happened the other day. I told you the guy who I did the interview with, Pascal, in St. Louis, he was like, hey, brother, how's everything going? And he hit me out of the blue. But it was like the day after I posted the flyer that I'm going to St. Louis. And I was like, hey, man, everything's good. But how you? And it was like, yeah, everything's great. We'll do all of that. And he was like, hey, man, I saw you come to St. Louis, man. I would love to catch up with you, do an interview and all of that.
Right,
and
Cat James. No is a complete sentence.
There
no,
it is.
Period.
And so he was like, I'd love to catch up with you and all of that. We'll do an interview, And I was like, hey, I ain't gonna even have time. I didn't tell him everything I had on my plate and all of that because
you get lost into over explaining yourself. And I'm like, you don't need to give someone an explanation for why you don't want to give them your time. Like, I don't believe in us saying no to each other because we're supposed to be apart from the outside. So I need a reason why you can't do XYZ. And I'm going to give you a reason why I can't do XYZ. But people outside of us,
yes,
I will very easily just no.
Oh, fairness, the fucking cutthroat shit. I'm learning from her every day. Farron be on these meetings with these white folks at her job, which I shall not mention because we need it for a couple more years until we can afford our own insurance.
Oh, Jesus, years?
Yeah. And she be her face. First of all, her face speaks before her mouth does. Okay, Farron cannot control the fucking look on her face.
That's why I be wanting my camera off.
Let me tell you something. And so then she goes off on them, and yeah. So I'm learning from her.
But yeah, it is so crazy because my team is like, if Farron agrees with you, then you know you're on the right path. But if she's questioning what you're doing, then something's wrong.
Let me tell y'all this one time about when Farron checked Jay-Z in front of Beyonce. So Beyonce was at this event for her job.
Shut up.
Okay, so all right, I'll tell y'all. I'll tell y'all my personal life.
He making up stuff, y'all. If he comes back with that story, don't believe him. Oh no, the blank face does not happen for me. Does not happen. He used to get so upset because my face would say one thing, but my actions would do something else. And he's like, yo, you were so rude the way you looked at so and so. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let me tell you something.
I know what I thought.
I have always hung around more women than men since Farron met me in college because niggas have
unacceptable.
Niggas have a tendency to be doing the fucking most. And I know sometimes when women hang around women, they do the fucking most. But for me, women would tell me the truth. Like, oh, this motherfucker ain't no good. This motherfucker. So like outside of like just good energy, women were my lie detectors, right? So when Farron moved on, she was like, you got a lot of women friends. I was like, these is my people. These like my sister. You got a lot of sisters. You be using that word too fucking loose.
He did.
Right.
It's like, stop calling everybody your sister. Stop. Like, I know how I think as a woman. And I'm very vocal about how I think as a woman. So, but being a man, he's thinking, which is kind of sexist. He's thinking, oh, women don't think like that. Like everything's all nice and like safe because it's women. And it's like, no.
It wasn't.
They thinking about fucking just like any nigga you hang out
It
with
wasn't that
would
I
be.
was. I wasn't thinking they weren't thinking about that. I never looked at myself as like the sex symbol
So
or
you,
something like
I'm
that.
the only person, I'm the only
No.
woman in the entire universe who's thinking sexual things about you. If
Oh,
it's me, then there's others.
yeah, I know that. I'm not saying that.
Then
I just saying like
that
there
alone,
were never no
that alone,
lines crossed
that alone.
with these people. There were never no lines crossed. There was never a drunken night or something like that.
My concern was that him being the sweet, sweet spirit he
And
is, he
naive,
will, and
very
naive,
naive. I will admit that.
like I had to spell out to him how I felt about him, which I get it because I heard that from more than one person, but I had to like literally spell it out to him. So for him to be that naive about where my head was with him, then he's naive to where somebody else's head is. And so you tend to put yourself in
Compromising situation.
compromising situations because you're thinking everything's cool and platonic, and you're the only person thinking that.
Maybe you're probably right. You probably
Not
would know what
probably, I
you know
am.
women better than me. I was never on that shit. Like I mean, what nigga wouldn't feel like the man you pull up at the spot with three women, right? Now I know it's platonic. I ain't thinking about nothing like that, but it's like this is gonna get me. Even when you first moved out here, remember when we used to go to the day party, the do over?
Mhm.
Like if you were a guy, the ratio has to be 1 to 4. One guy with 4 women, that'll get you in immediately. So when we went to the do over the first time, it was me, you, Kendra, Jen,
Tiff.
Tiffany, all of
Mhm.
that. And the dude just happened to be from St. Louis. So anytime I had on my St. Louis hat, he would bring me to the front. And I always had the women with me. So we would get in immediately.
I hate her so much.
Oh, I
Yeah.
she's an idiot. Yeah. Like, ain't nobody trying to throw him some pussy. Ain't nobody trying to throw me no pussy right now.
Lies and deception. I got to pee.
That's what you get for drinking that tequila.
Shut up. If I pee on you.
Y'all heard that. Y'all heard her say she's gonna pee on me. Now, when I pee on her in the shower, I'm the nasty motherfucker. But she just said it. Anyway, so we would go to the do-over, we would drink, we party and all of that type of stuff. And I'm thinking it's cool, but then later on, a conversation would be had about, the women, the amount of women that I hang out with. And me being me, I'm just like, I'm cool with everybody. I didn't think it was anything like that, but taking into consideration her feelings, I switched that up and I stopped hanging around so many people as much because um, one, I didn't want her to feel like she wasn't heard in that instance, and then two, I agree with the fact that she knows women better than me. So what I'm thinking might be harmless because I treat everybody the same. I open doors for everybody. I put out everybody's seats. That's just what I do. She sees the lasting effect of that. A lot of women have not been in the presence of a gentleman, someone that treats them with respect, someone that doesn't lead with an ulterior motive to just get some pussy. So when they get experience that, they are um, fond of it and they want more of it. And so I'm thinking, this is just cool, it's copacetic, everything is platonic. They might be wanting more because they haven't experienced somebody to open their door, pull out the seat, make sure they're good, walk into the car. But that was just what I did, like as a host, even as a host at the Comedy Union on Wednesdays. When people came onto my show, I thank y'all so much for coming out. Appreciate where y'all park. Cool. So it got to the point from me walking them to the car to ask one of the comics that was sitting around, hey, my nigga, did you walk into the car for me? I gotta, say about everybody else. So she would see that I'm hearing her, I'm respecting what she's saying, and I'm taking it into consideration. So
I feel so heard.
you are dust.
Boy, fuck you.
Anyway,
Oh,
so listen,
my
man,
goodness.
this was absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
We appreciate everybody that tapped in tonight, man.
Yes, yes, yes.
We hope that you guys will join us for another one of these and actually some questions in. Like I say, on the next ones, we are going to try to pull some people in and we can talk with you guys while we talk about everything and just kind of have a great time with it, man. This is just, I'm so looking forward to having my evenings open. You guys have no fucking idea.
Oh,
You have
yes, he
no idea.
is.
But this was an amazing time. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. Thank you to everybody that commented and sent stuff. Cat James, you came in late, but I appreciate you pulling in.
Yeah, she was cooking.
She was cooking.
I mean, what you want from her?
Cat
She
James
gotta
is
feed herself and her family.
Cat James. Let me
I'm
tell you
assuming
something.
she has a family.
We have worked with a couple people on the road, and some people get in the green room and they don't know how to stop talking. Cat James was in there, and she might as well have been a fly on the wall because Cat James, she worked with us when we did Tommy T's in Pleasanton, the same club, the DC Young Fly knocked somebody out last week. She worked the tables with us, helped sell shirts and things like that. Her husband was there taking pictures, uh, and it was super dope. She came into the green room, she sat there, she was on the phone, she was in the Discord, you know, she got it because everybody's green room is different. Like I've been on tour with DL, his shit is a party. You know, everybody smoking cigars and music going, all that stuff. I did it with Lavelle Crawford. Lavelle Crawford is him and his mama, and they watching My 600 Pound Life, and it's fucking dead silent. And then with me, Kev, Tony, or me, Kev, and Angel, I have the music going, I have the candle going, we drinking tea. Josh is there. We're just having a good time. It's just a good vibe. And so Kat just fell into place with that, and she's just an awesome person to just have associated with you. So shout out to Kat James, man. She's one of the mods on Kevin on Stage channel, and she's just super dope. So yeah, that's all I got.
Yes.
You got anything before we get out of here?
No, that's it. Thank you guys for supporting More to the Story. And basically all the things. The wording is hard. Wording is hard to err. Damn internet, you're scary. Like I appreciate your love for him. Like that's amazing. So thank you.
All right, man. Well, listen, we'll see you next time we do this. We'll probably be once a month starting out. If we can do it more, we will do it more because we love this. We love talking with y'all and learning y'all, and y'all getting to learn us more because we appreciate the support that you guys give us so much. So thank you guys so much.
Yes.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we'll see you next time. And be looking out for the new episode of More to the Story. If you haven't already watched today's episode, go back and watch today's episode.
All juice, no seeds.
Hey, listen. First of all, my wife is dope as fuck. All right. Who's hilarious? Cardi. She is just
Cardi that is.
She's a clown, and I love it, man. So shout out to Cardi. Shout out to Keon. Shout out to our homegirl
Kendra Green.
Close with KG on IG. She's a real estate agent. You can find you a dope ass house in LA. If you're looking for somebody to do that for you, she can do that for you. And her guy is a celebrity barber, and he can get your shit together. So we got a great network of people out here. You get out here if you're moving out here. Hit us up. We'll lead you in the right direction. Don't hit us up a lot though. I don't like people.
Blocked.
Ferris sent me a thing, and somebody was like, "Hey, we want to send you some stuff," and all of this. It was like, don't respond to them. We ain't got no space for nothing else. We got velvet hangers so we can have more room in our closet.
And we have maxed out all the room.
We got maxed out everything. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We love y'all. We appreciate you. We'll see you on the next episode. Y'all take it easy.
Bye.
Peace.